When she said those words to me, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up, just as she said happened to her. Neither of us knew exactly what the words meant, but why would an English professor be writing about the subject of vowels for a governor's speech and writing about it in code? She said the word that really got me was for. It was like he was making a note to himself, not about something, which is what professors usually do, but for a purpose, like for a job he was doing. In a previous class on the English language, she had learned about how vowels are formed in the mouth, so she went back to her notes for that class and reviewed the back vowels. She remembered they were the ones we make by positioning our tongues up or down in the backs of our mouths. The first vowel in the word father, for example, is called a low back vowel, because we keep our tongues flat in the backs of our mouths when we make it. Okay, but so what, she thought. Then she remembered what Poe had written in The Philosophy of Composition about his choice of the word nevermore. He had made a special note of the sound of the long O. She looked back at her notes. The long O was a back vowel. She still didn't know what to make of all this, but it was weird. She was done transcribing for the day, but she dropped everything at that moment and hurried back to the library. I was moving, she told me. I'm a runner, she said, and by the time I could see the library up ahead of me, I wasn't walking anymore. I started jogging as if I was out for a run on campus. When I got to the library, I didn't even want to wait for the elevator. Instead, I tore up the steps, 2 at a time, all the way up to the 5th floor. Before I left the stairwell, I took a second to catch my breath and pull myself together. Then I pulled open the door and tried to look cool as I hurried to the office. I got inside and closed the door behind me. I went straight to that book, the one where I had seen the note, and opened it to that page. With a hand that was still shaking a little, I moved the note down 1/4 of an inch. Then I closed the book and put it back in its place on the right shelf. All the way back to my room, I wondered if I had done the right thing.